Lagos, hi. Afternoon. How is your transportation part of life? How are you commuting? How is business? How are you? I saw a tweet on X, and the person was given a story or a point of view on account of someone. And the tweet was something in the lines of, I know someone who said that they haven't sold anything since January. So I can't imagine you being a business person and you haven't sold anything since January. And hey, maybe you're optimistic. Maybe these things happen. Maybe the beginning of the year is just not your moment. So maybe there comes a time where things are a lot easier. People get money and then they decide, no, we need to go, and then they come your way, right? Yesterday, I was trying to prep for my show and I came by another tweet on X, and someone in Abuja was saying that this is the driest Eid he's ever experienced. That usually about this time of the year, people are out in the streets, going somewhere, shopping, wanting to go visit people, driving about town, headed, it's a celebration. So people have a reason to be doing something else other than staying at home. He said he cannot believe what he's seeing. And then under that thread, people who live in Abuja came leaving opinions, leaving observations, just saying that this one is dry. I went here, nothing was happening here. I went to the cinema. Usually you'll expect much of a crowd, but it's dry. So then again, I don't know if this is... I think that's been significant, maybe imperceptible, slight, this gradual slope where people just slip further down into poverty. Maybe that's exactly what we should call it, because is there any other fancy word for it? You can realize that spending power. I observed it since COVID. I noticed that since COVID, life kind of just dipped a little bit. Either people ran away, because I don't think they all died, because we didn't have that much mortality out here. But it just appeared as though life just slowed down. The pace, traffic was still traffic, not like the traffic that used to be traffic. Yeah, but traffic. Okay, so I mean there's traffic because they're still humans and they're commuting. But, the usual, you're going to the cinema and you were 5 minutes late, so you missed the movie scheduled for 7:30. Now you have to wait for the showing time, 9:30, that sort of thing. You go to the cinemas and I noticed that, hey, this is looking dry. That was about the COVID period, just after COVID. Now we're talking about fuel, and someone said, then under that thread, some gentleman came by saying, I filled my car tank and I'm afraid to drive the car. Someone said he put half a tank in his fuel and he gets high blood pressure whenever he gets in and kicks on the ignition, and that now he's using public transportation. Someone says he was in a taxi with a doctor and the doctor was talking about how he parked his car. Now he's using taxis because, of course, I'm wondering, wow. Life's changing. For the better? Well, our president went to the UK over the weekend, and I read through the economic benefits, and I really did try to look at it for exactly what it was worth. Of course, there's the economic aspect of it, the part where you get to sign bilateral agreements for, interchange when it comes to education, economy, security. And one more thing, that was just about it. It would appear that the one that truly, truly sounded like something was where there was an agreement signed by the Nigerian government to have those who may be illegal or those who were denied asylum, to come back home. But the general consensus appears to be, maybe not general, I'll say some divide believe that this doesn't benefit the average Nigerian in any way. I mean, compared to the fanfare, that this particular visit of our president to the UK does not benefit the Nigerian. All right, so there's that. And then there is the fact that somehow it found its way to X that the crowd of Nigerians standing on the mandate in the UK were standing on £500. In my head, I'm thinking, nobody really, really loves this APC team for being APC. Everybody's in it for. It's the same hustle. It's the same hustle locally. It's the same hustle internationally. It's just the same hustle. And I thought £500 is not a lot, but hey, it's something for a day's work. I try to do the mathematical conversion. I don't know if it's any moral worth to advise you to. I mean, if you're going to sell your soul, shouldn't you collect something worth 4 years of your life? Peradventure. So maybe in the next 4 years, once you've been sorted, in the next 4 years, when other people are complaining about fuel prices, you took enough money to cover your fuel cost. When they complain about health, you've taken enough money to cover health. When they complain about housing, you had that covered. Because at this point, if you check your last 3 years, if that is anything to go by, I don't know where we are going. And this is not to alarm you in any way. It's like your life holds the proof, right? So you may be doing terribly better. You know, you could just be doing a lot better than the average Nigerian. But I'm just reporting what people are saying. But I found a far more interesting conversation to have. I've been trying to balance out what we should talk about. Should we talk about fake drugs first? Or should we talk about if you don't vote for this party, you will not be allowed to vote? I really think we need to have that conversation as a community, as a nation, as a state. We've heard that. I've heard it once too many. And I think that I would like to know what the Nigerian people have to say about that. I think someone tagged me to it, a Sunday Igboho video, where the translation that I was told was that he was saying something in the lines of, if you don't support this party, you can't vote, something like that. Because I don't quite understand the language very well. I don't understand the language, you know, but he's not the first, you know? He's not the first. It's that these things are being said. And I just, out of curiosity, I want to know what you have to say about that. Not because Sunday Igboho said it now, but because it's something that's been said. And you know that come elections, we're going to be hearing more and more about that, whether it's happening in Abia State, in Lagos State, in Calabar, in Benue, anywhere, in Abuja. As a Nigerian, it is an act of disenfranchisement to tell a person, well, though you live here, you can't vote here because of no, yeah. Welcome to the sunny side. I'm just trying to just pour it on you because I think I need you to. Maybe you already have the emotional awareness, because what would it be if you did not feel it emotionally? Because you nearly begin to conceptualize the weight of your reality the moment you can feel it. The moment you can wake up and anxiety wakes you up to how much is the cost of your existence today. So between electricity, feeding, transportation, security, blah, 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 blah. What it was worth today wasn't the same cost 5 years ago. All right. I really think we need to talk about fake drugs. Over the weekend, I think it was Thursday exactly, after the show on Thursday, so maybe Thursday evening or Thursday night, I came by a particular report that NAFDAC is drawing public attention to fake cancer drugs. 3 weeks ago, I wanted us to discuss the discovery by NAFDAC of fake products totaling about 3 billion naira. Ladies and gentlemen, whatever is happening in the fake drug market, come forward. Let's talk. Let's talk about it. And to be honest with you, I thought about having, a manufacturer in here, but I thought first to have public opinion. Because of this. Because when you fall ill, sometimes you go to the clinic, they give you a prescription, and you go buy the drug. Whatever happens at the back end, you don't know whether, thank God for NAFDAC, right? Because here they're telling you that they found fake products worth 3 billion. That's the one they found. So what about the ones they haven't found? So there's that. And then there is, you go out and then you want to buy a drug for a sick person, yourself, anyone. And you're not sure on a count of 1 to 10 how genuine that drug is. I mean, we can talk about the side effects of conventional medication. That's a problem. But that's not even the problem we're discussing. We're discussing that from the already existing problem from authentic drugs, because of the nature of the creation of those drugs, that they're being faked. It's as though you have been cornered. It's as though you are surrounded on all sides. So what does the Nigerian say, and what do you do? First, do you think this is a government problem? This is a people problem? How is the Nigerian supposed to be where? So one thing you'll say, don't fall ill. I hope you can pray. Okay, but just in case you fall ill, of no doing of your own, then what? Because you walk out there every day, and sometimes it's just something as trivial as a painkiller. Your back hurts, your body hurts. You just want a painkiller. Then you buy the fake one. Then you go from body pain to... Welcome to Nigeria Info. My name's Joyce. It's been a very good weekend for me. I hope it's been for you. All things being equal, today would be equally as great. Welcome to the sunny side. And then I think we need to talk about fake drugs real quick. And then we need to talk about this whole political, psychological warfare, where you and I are supposed to be at odds. We must create the odds so that you and I can conflict, so that you can push me, I can push you back, you can stop me, and I can stop you back. But we would fight like blind fools, only to come after that battle, come out into the market, and we're talking fake drugs, you and I. You know, we're talking poor hospitality. We're talking about a healthcare system that neither caters to you nor I, but we were fighting. You know, we would come here, would talk about we would act as though it's better for one and not the other. This thing that we do, and we give ourselves a reason. We create cause for it. We say, well, this is why I'm doing it. Oh, dear God. Welcome. My name's Joyce. You're on the sunny side, indeed. We're 99.3. This is Nigeria Info.
It's not just the news or information.
It is more than you ask for.
What we ask when you got to say this organization is meant to help us out, and the people working there are not helping us out. You have a situation where people say it's normal that if your husband doesn't beat you, then he doesn't love you.
Where madness seems to be normalized, you will become mad.
And more of the rush you just can't stop.
It's the station for more talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Oh, good Lord. 49 minutes past 12. I like it when I touch you and you can touch me right back. So, in the studio. What's your name, honey?
Joy.
Yeah. And then, you...
Tife.
All right, good. So these two ladies... Tife has already asked me a question. She says, what do we do with the information? I like that. The first thing that question suggests to me is... It almost suggesting that you are powerless. Do you feel powerless?
I do not feel powerless, but if I have to buy drugs, then you who are supposed to be in charge of making sure that the drugs are good, are very good for my health, they are the best I can get in the market, and you're telling me that these drugs, there are lots of drugs out there that are counterfeit, that are not the right drugs, they are fake ones. What am I supposed to do with that information in that moment? What am I supposed to do? Okay. Am I supposed to join you in the fight against it?
All right.
Am I supposed to go to the clinic? There should be something. There should be a pointer to the fact that, okay, now that we've seized these drugs, these are the things that we've seen that when you go buy a drug, you should take note before buying it.
All
it
right.
makes them fake. Not just give me information without telling me any other thing. Okay, so I know that they are fake drugs and I'll go to the clinic now. Okay, which one should I take? I should be thinking for you guys instead of you giving me clues as to knowing which drug is original or which is not. I feel like it's unnecessary information if you're not going to state that.
Lagos, we're going to quickly go off on a break and we'll be right back. I love the heat already. We're Nigeria Info.
Only one station gives you great talk every day.
Once you have money, If a military man, I can't even prove your identity the way it will be DPS. Better to say, I will come and do my best, Nigeria. Please support me. Let's how we will work together.
Yeah, stop defending him.
I am not. I'm not.
I'm defending him alone.
If your ministers don't work, put them out of office. If the governors don't work, put them out of office. Well, I'm hoping that you can educate yourself enough.
I think a black man is caught.
No, don't say that.
You are suffering from post-traumatic disorder. You are traumatized.
How do you say that the world is survival of the fittest?
Hear the news and your views, and we'll tell you what's new.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. Talk. What's that station again?
Oh yeah, Camo, come by this bike. Here's one thing you need to know about yourself. So like here we dey talk.
Yep, bullseye. That's the one. You're listening to 99.3 Nigeria Info's The Sunny Side. The Sunny Side. Welcome. My name's Joyce.
All right, Lagos, let's talk. I mean, I can imagine how this is supposed to be helpful. I really think it is helpful. But yeah, it truly just says that there is something happening that needs to be addressed on the side of the citizens. Or do you suppose you have no duty in this? Hello, how are you? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, tell us your name. Go ahead.
Franklin here. Franklin. Seriously, Joyce. I can't believe I'm saying this there, but I swear we really need to pray when it comes to this country. Like, God needs to intervene, because I don't really see how we ourselves could find like a reliable solution to whatever everything we are going through. Remember, there was a woman that fought against what's it called, bad drugs. Dora. How did she end up with all the fight and everything she put into it? She did so much when she was alive, only for that woman to die, and the thing went back, I think, times 10 again. Right? This drug thing here is just like the same problem in Nigeria, same terrorism, same everything. If there wasn't someone in government that's supporting this, that's back, just a 3.5 billion, which normal man has enough to invest that in that kind of business? It's the top heads, trust me. That is about the drug part, yeah? I don't want to go deep into that, but it's like I said, man, I can't believe I'm saying it, but man, we just have to pray to God. I cannot tell you a viable solution to that. I cannot prescribe a viable solution to that. About the election thing, I knew it was going to get there. I knew we are going to get there. And it's about that one, me, I'm still saying it, and I'm going to say it again, that if a couple of people do not die in Nigeria, we are not going to head the right way. We are never going to. The solution for Nigeria to actually get better for real when it comes to our politicians, our democracy. I don't even call it democracy anymore. I call it kleptocracy, because we are ruled by thieves. God, Lord knows that we are ruled by thieves, and the worst of us. Yeah.
More talk, news, and sports after this.
Did you know that micro, small, and medium enterprises account for 96% of Nigeria's businesses and contribute to about half of the country's GDP? They also provide around 84% of all employment in the country. Want to know more? Join us on Board Street Drive, our new business show, 2:30 p.m. Mondays on Nigeria Info 99.3 FM. Let's talk.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
every day.
Once you have money, to have influence and power, you can rule in Nigeria. The Supreme Court said that one old man came to testify because the old man cannot lie. That they gave him judgment. This man will embezzle the money. This is a military man. Why can't he probe the NMPC the way it will be DPM? Better to say, I will come and do my best, Nigeria. Please support me. Let's how we work together.
Yeah, stop defending him.
I am not. I'm not.
I'm defending him a lot.
If your ministers don't work, vote them out of office. If the governors don't work, vote them out of office. Well, I'm hoping that you can educate yourself enough.
I think a black man is caught.
No, don't say that.
We are suffering from post-traumatic disorder. We are traumatized.
How do you say that the world is survival of the fittest?
Hear the news, air your views, and we'll tell you what's new.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. Talk.
The Sunny Side Nigeria Info. Good afternoon to you. Welcome. Tell us your name. Can you hear me?
Joyce. This is Demola from Djibouti.
Thank you so much, Ademola. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Joyce, I want to really think about this. This company we have lost our radar. We have lost the radar in the sense that we don't know exactly where we're going again. Because there is no punitive measure for every offense, not any offense, for every offense committed. Then, difficult now. In this country,
I'm sorry, my brother. Your line is breaking up a little bit, so you may need to call me back because I'm really trying to listen to you, but I don't know. It's not too clear. If you don't mind, I beg you, please. If you can hang up and
what
call
about
back.
this? What about like this?
Hello?
Hello? What about like this? Okay. Like the last man was saying that this country, we need punitive measure. We need to punish every offender. Every offender in this country needs to be punished. Because that's the only way to sanitize this country. If not, let's divide into our regional zones. Because Nigeria is pissing me off every day. Every day. There is no day you tune in to listen to news on the radio, read newspapers, go on the internet, television. You don't see anything good about Nigeria. It is troubling. It is troublesome. You hear every bad thing about Nigeria every day. Nigeria goes to Nigerian president travel to UK to go and launder money for them to have APC to just like for everybody that APC are giving them 500 pounds. 500 pounds is a lot. It's a lot. If you earn 500 pounds in UK for 2 weeks, yes, you are living large. So what are we talking about? What are we going to have sanity in this country? It is every bad thing that happens. Now there is a scarcity of fuel because there is war in Iran and Israel. How should that affect us? Is it affecting Ghana? Is it affecting Ivory Coast? No. Answer me. Is it affecting Egypt? Why is it that every bad thing in this world will always affect Nigeria? Nigeria will be the first landing place. If there is epidemic, it's going to be Nigeria. If there is robbery, it's going to be Nigeria. If there is kidnapping, it's going to... Why?
It's all about the discussions that moves you.
Why have we gradually gotten to a point where we have allowed for the begging culture to be embedded in our system?
They are hungry. That is the truth, and that is the fact. Federal government is beggarly.
This is according to science. They say that they are now capable of creating memories of events that never occurred, influencing behavior and belief.
The evolution of human being, according to science, started in Africa.
Whatever their power is, whatever they think they are not more than God. God will revenge for Nigeria.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info, let's talk.
It's 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
The news update on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria info. Good afternoon to you. I am Buluwatife Jegede with the news. President Bola Tinubu has pledged to intensify efforts to tackle insecurity across Nigeria. Speaking in Lagos, he says the government is seeking foreign support and equipment, including talks with Emmanuel Macron. The president also urged governors to protect vulnerable citizens amid rising inflation. Former Kano Governor Rabiu Musa Kwakwanso hosted Peter Obi, Sheyi Makinde, and Saria K. Dixon in Kano for a Salah visit. The meeting has sparked speculation about a possible opposition alliance ahead of 2027. Obi, however, maintained that the visit was purely social and not political. Meanwhile, public affairs analyst Mujid Dahiri says opposition talks ahead of 2027 are gaining momentum. According to him, a southern candidate with a strong northern running mate offers the best chance for the opposition. Dahiri adds such an alliance could strengthen democracy and prevent a one-party system. Armed bandits kidnapped 8 members of the Evangelical Church Winning All in Umugo, Ifelodun local government area on Sunday. Fortunately, 3 victims reportedly escaped from the attackers. Authorities have launched a manhunt as the state government commands security forces and vigilantes. Remember the so-called Ozora Rape Festival in Delta State that sparked outrage on social media over the weekend? Delta State Police say 16 suspects are now in custody after disturbing videos showed youths harassing and assaulting women during the event. Speaking on TV, the state PPRO, Bright Edafe, says more arrests were made after officers analyzed the video.
Done the initial arrest because the chief priest, who happens to be the head of the community, was initially arrested alongside 4 others. Then, I've gone through the video analysis, that is the trending footages. Some people also identified and were arrested additional 11. That's making it a total of 16 suspects that are presently in custody and they'll be transferred to the state command headquarters to be duly investigated by the DC state head himself. Yesterday being Sunday,
Edafe explains that the state government has stepped in to support the victims, including providing psychological help and compensation for damages and stolen items. Meanwhile, the police say there is no official report that any of the victims was raped. According to him, those arrested will face charges based on evidence of sexual assault.
the 4 girls that was interviewed yesterday, not one of them said they were raped. And up to this very moment, we've not had any official reports. The CP had a one-on-one with them. The state government, being represented by the local government chairman, assured them that their health, the damages to their phones, money taken away from them, the state government has taken over and they will ensure that they are paid back. They also contracted the service of a psychologist.
All right, Lagos, that's the news on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Thank you so much for staying with us. I am Buluwatife Jegede. If you have any tip, you can call us on 014657175. The Sunny Side with Joyce continues.
What's that station again?
Oh, yeah, yeah, provide like here's one thing you need to know about yourself. So like here we did talk.
Yep, bullseye. That's. You're listening to 99.3 Nigeria Info's The Sunny Side. The Sunny Side. Welcome. My name's Joyce.
Lord, we're back. Oh, yeah, radio, we're back. 99.3. Okay, are you here? We're back. 99.3 Nigeria Info. The Sunny Side is 5 minutes past 1 p.m. Over the weekend, Thursday specifically, I came by this news article. The National Agency for Food, Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has warned Nigerians about the circulation counterfeit cancer medicines, Avastin and Tecentriq, in the country. So there's Avastin. This one is used for the treatment of recurrent glioblastoma in adults, and Tecentriq is a prescription immunotherapy used to treat several advanced cancers, including non-small cell lung cancer, extensive stage small cell lung cancer, hepatocellular carcinoma, that's a liver cancer, hepatocellular hold on, please. Somebody's call is disrupting. Please just give me a WhatsApp caller. Please give me a moment. I beg you. I beg you, please. Okay, hepatocellular carcinoma, that's a liver cancer, and melanoma. So the only thing as solid as the kinds of cancers that I've just shared with you would be the reality that compels you to 1, have a source of income, 2, if you fall ill, 3, you need original medication, 4, pray. Or maybe we should rearrange that, put 4 at number 1 and hope that you're not buying a fake drug. This was as a Thursday. 3 weeks ago, it was reported that NAFDAC had secured the arrest of products that are fake and counterfeit, worth by market value over $3 billion. So I want to know what Nigerians think about this and how you cater to your health in an environment such as these. Now, NAFDAC is working. Now, my colleague in the studio is asking, well, what can she do if she cannot quite differentiate one from the other? This is where public awareness comes in. And the first thing that comes to mind is the cost of that. The cost of public awareness. Now, that's not to say they shouldn't do it. I'm assuming, do they know that they should do public awareness? And who should be doing it? The drugs. Remember, these drugs are not necessarily, most of our drugs are not manufactured here. If they were manufactured here, then maybe the government and producers can reach an agreement where, you can say, here's what the original looks like, this is what fake looks like. These are imported drugs. You're pretty much just doing advertorial for the owners of the drugs if you place that kind of advertorial. This is not me playing the devil's advocate. I'm wondering whether, if this has even crossed anybody's mind, these may be the forms of challenges they could be confronted by. You have a solid question.
But then isn't there a general way to be able to tell?
Exactly what I was about saying. That I think they
don't have to mention the product, because there is something that they see once they cite a fake medicine. So, it is something that comes with their professionalism. Like, okay, this is it. Oh, I'm a
sometimes you can't even tell. Apparently, I heard from the 3 billion seized products that there were some fake products amongst that particular that looked so
exactly
good
like
as the original, that the original owners couldn't even tell the fake from their own. Like, that was how precisely improved.
I mean, there are exceptions like that.
Yeah.
We've had I don't know if you've seen videos where they manufacture fake wines.
Yeah.
You've seen all those ones. So, and sometimes they almost taste alike, and they, it's those people that
most of the times they'll just literally tell you to look out for misspellings, broken sales.
All right.
But like you said, most of the time,
is that what they look at to
see
identify?
it? Or I think that's what they are telling you
drugs?
to look at.
That's
this.
what we want to know as Nigerians.
I love
How do you
this.
know it is actually fake drugs?
Exactly.
Lagos. This is exactly the conversations you should be having, and we're glad we have Nigeria Info. We can talk here. It looks pretty to me. Welcome to the sunny side. How are you? Good afternoon. Welcome. What's your name?
Good afternoon, Joyce.
Tell us your name. Go ahead.
Thank you for your nice work. See, Auntie Joyce, the truth of the matter, my name is Kingsley, calling you from Jakonde.
Thank you.
The truth of the matter, the way I view everything about Nigeria, you understand? The way they are taxing people, make people to go extra mile. Okay, imagine now, look at all the old news, no good news about it.
No. Our president is back. That's good news. He's back.
No. It's a bad news. We don't get in a day. We don't get any good news about Nigeria. It's the way of tax. Tax is too much. Imagine me down for driver now. Before 6 o'clock in the morning, I would don't call more than 10,000. So how much am I taking home? Okay, look at the filling station. How much are they selling for? We get bad news. Like sometimes I will tell my friends, say, okay, say devil, when God send Lucifer, he fall for Nigeria. Because I didn't say anything good. Since I born in 1985, up till now, no good news. If I don't struggle for myself, I can't get anything to eat. Who is the government now? You in the studio, you can't talk to favor me. You can only bring the news to me. It's just so much for me. And even the best I born, if I never born for life, I don't go born again. It's just so annoying. The expensive is too much, tax is too much. Nigerian government is taxing too much. So, pet go plenty.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I really
Thank
do
you,
appreciate. Thank you for calling me. WhatsApp caller. So good to have you on Nigeria Info. The Sunny Side. Good afternoon.
Hi, Joyce. Good afternoon.
Welcome. Tell us your
How are
name.
you? My name is Chris.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I really
Yeah. Look, Joyce, in as much as we like to blame government or Nigerian drug law enforcement, you understand? An average Nigerian is wicked. You understand what I say? They are wicked because when you go to Oju, if you see the amount of counterfeit product that is there, my question is, don't these people understand that when you import these things or when you make these things, you are affecting your neighbor, your next person? If you don't have the money to import it, why don't you seek for the original product? We understand government is doing their own part. I mean, trying to take them up. But an average Nigerian, we see this product is fake, and we still bring it in to sell it to his neighbor. Go to other countries. You understand? Before their regulator comes in, the pharmacy itself will make sure that whatever they are putting on their shelf, you understand, is original. So for me, it has to start with us. Question ourselves. Why do you go out there, import product that you know that this product is bad? If you affect your next neighbor, you still import it. So let's talk to each other. And the second topic you're talking about, which is has to do with the fact that they are sharing 500 pounds. Look, for example, I'm a minority in Nigeria. When I'm in Nigeria, you understand? Look, hello.
With you, please go ahead. Yeah, you read something.
Okay. So there's something called nepotism in Nigeria, and we know it. Yoruba supports Yoruba, Igbo supports Igbo, Hausa supports Hausa. You understand? So where do you leave all those minorities over there in Nigeria? They will go with the highest bidder because we all know that our votes, anyway, at the end of the day, are the highest bidder. So the thing is, there should be a reform. For me personally, I just think there should be a reform. If there's no reform, all these things we are shouting like it will never work. He went to the UK now, he came back, he's saying it. All those things, they are just selling us out. They are still, China has taken part of Nigeria, Russia has taken part of Nigeria, UK is trying to come to take their own share. That is what they are doing. So thank you very much anyway.
The Sunny Side. Welcome and thank you so much, caller, for calling me. Is an average Nigerian able to create a distinction between the fake and the original drugs? Because I think that's even a question you, the Nigerian, should be able to ask yourself. Because if you're not able to, I guess that's the question of who should inform the public on how to identify and make the separation, like how do you know the distinction? Should the government be informing people? Should there be more public awareness created around this? More prison time to those who are creators of counterfeit goods, products, medicines? Hello,
Yes.
Nigeria Info.
Good afternoon, Joyce.
Thank you. Tell us your name. Go ahead.
It's Emmanuel speaking to you from Ekwe. Nigeria is the typical of example of an illustration of the Bible, that your faith will make you whole. You remember last week you were saying that sometimes you didn't use the word faith, but I think you used the word belief. That our belief, heals our system.
I was speaking.
And,
I was speaking to in science, in medicine, scientifically. There's something called the placebo. It's a scientific fact, actually.
Yeah, I came across something about 15 years ago of a test, on some people. I think 50-50 of them, some with original drugs. I think it was a paracetamol, for headache and I think a fever. And 50 people were given original, who had a headache, and 50 people were given fake, who had a headache. And then of the 50 people were given fake, I think about 40 of them, got healed, irrespective, of the fact that it was a fake drug. And for the 50 who were given original, I think about 45 of them, got healed of their headache and so on. So the same thing is applying to Nigeria. There are a lot of drugs we take, that those drugs are not necessarily original drugs, they are fake, but because of our belief system, that we have taken a drug and then we are getting healed. But if we want to go deep into this, I think some of those pharmaceutical companies are doing something. When you buy a lot of their drugs these days, they have a code that you scratch the the pack, and then you find a code, and then you send it to a number, and then it signals you if it is original or fake. But is it? Is it every Nigerian who have that idea, of scratching and seeing a code and so on? Because I believe probably 70 to 80% of Nigerians, are not really aware, of these things. And again, my wife works with a pharmaceutical company, and sometimes when these guys who come to inspect them from a standard organization and NAFDAC and so on come, the unwritten or unofficial expenses is kind of too much. And when you take into cognizance of import duty and so on, the government said they were going to kind of remove the import duty on drug, and I understand that up till now it hasn't been implemented because of probably government bureaucracy and so on. So if those things, are not there, and there is this so-called, to the pharmaceutical company, probably the original drugs, will be much, on the shelf, for people to buy and so on. So I think government should kind of bring out ways of enlightening, the people, this National Orientation Agency and so on, to kind of that code, that scratching of packs and so on. People should kind of almost everybody should be aware of it, That would mitigate these drugs and so on. And then coming to the issue of economy, drugs Joyce, is not easy, honestly. It's terrible and tough out there. And I'm surprised that even in London, people are receiving £500. But if you want to convert it to Naira, I think it knows it's more money for person when mind no strong. But the APC really need to do something about the economy, the security, and so on. Because just now I'm hearing that there's another explosion in Kwara. We'll see waiting to confirm. But let's see how it goes. Thank you.
99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. WhatsApp caller, I want to thank you so much for your patience. You're Nigeria Info. Good afternoon to you. Thank you very much for being here.
Hey, Joyce, how you doing?
Good, thank you. Welcome. Tell us your name. Go ahead.
Well, I want to give the diaspora's perspective on this. They're giving £500, but you don't know what they are collecting or what the people are actually paying. For me specifically, I got gas for $1.66 yesterday, and on an average, before this whole mess started, it's usually about $1.10 or $1.20. So this is an increase of approximately 50 to 80 cents. That is indirectly an increase of $500 to $600 to $800. Naira.
No, don't convert it. I don't think you should. It's not the same economy. The math is not the same.
Okay, let's just.
Your economy is a dollar economy. We're a Naira economy.
We are also an oil-dependent economy. Canada has the second largest reserves in the world, but we are also still suffering. It is so bad right now that Joyce, I didn't go to work today. I'm packing my stuff. I'm looking for a way to move closer to work because I tried going remote, but my employer refused, despite the fact that I don't really need to be in the office, and I travel 180 kilometers to the office. That's the distance between Lagos and Ibadan. And I go to work 3 times a week. I am using a Civic, which is like one of the most efficient engine ever. And I have to move because it's not sustainable. And I don't see this war ending anytime soon, regardless of what Trump says. In regards to the counterfeits, I think they should give the maximum punishment because everybody is using the excuse that, okay, the politicians are doing their own. I want to do my own. NNPC is doing their own. I want to do my own. Myself, I'm hungry. That's why I want to do it. As far as I'm concerned, you being hungry is not a justification for you putting people's lives at risk. Same way they will treat drugs, those that deal in drugs. It should be maximum punishment. In fact, any corruption should be the maximum punishment at this point because everything is going right now. When they say, oh, everything goes, when you allow one, the other ones would also want to do the same, which is exactly what is happening in Nigeria. Everybody wants to show that they have power or they have money or they have influence. We need to get a hold of this as soon as possible. Thanks, Joyce.
Thank you very much. I really do appreciate. As a Nigerian listening to the show this afternoon, have you purchased drugs recently? Are you able to tell any difference, any distinction? Did you make any? What are your concerns in this regard? I want you to know that NAFDAC has been on the hunt for fake drugs. Yeah, you may have your criticism for NAFDAC, and maybe it's rightfully so. But I mean, I guess NAFDAC is one arm of the solution. There should be other arms of the solution. I'm really glad that Tife brought up the issue of how is she supposed to make that distinction if the government is not telling the public one thing looks like this and the other one, or the originals look like this and the other ones would look like that. Now, that would be some serious investment in public awareness, which is not a bad thing. The question is, does the government even think that they need to do that? Because how else is the Nigerian supposed to make the distinction? How else? Now, if you think about it, there are many drugs. Plus, there are alternatives to the drugs. Now, the more I think about it, the more I realize, is that even going to be possible? Or do they just pick out drugs that have been, or products that have been falsified, that have or that the news or the Nigerian public, have a record of being created by substandard producers or by, fraudsters, yeah? Otherwise, I mean, if you have 5,000 different drugs on your market, do you create an advertisement that says, well, this is what the originals look like? So Nigerians, remember that you are the one at the receiving end. You are the final consumer. And we're talking about 3 billion worth of products in today. 3 billion. Plus the one I saw on Thursday, fake cancer drugs. Not even to mention the fact that in the last few years, cancers or cancer problems have been on the rise. People coming down with cancers have been on the rise. So somewhere between here and there, if you get a cancer, you're going to need something. You need doctors and then you need medicine. So first, you want to hope your doctor is qualified. Then you want to hope that your drug is authentic. Oh, there's too much hope. It seems as though we have filled the gaps with hope.
There are a lot of negative effects to this. Acute poisoners.
Hold on a second. So she's trying to tell you about the side effects
of fake drugs.
Or
even
drugs.
Substandard drugs.
Or substandard drugs. Okay, so run them.
Acute poisoning or organ failure, treatment failure, and disease progression. So you're taking a drug to heal something, and then it's making it
worse.
Making it worse.
Yeah.
Severe adverse reactions, respiratory paralysis.
Respiratory paralysis.
Yeah, neurological damage, infections from contaminants. So sometimes when you're taking a drug and you think that maybe it's your village people that are coming against you, that's making the whatever you're treating not to go down or not to decrease, it's possibly fake drugs. What's up?
Lagos, can I also say that you have to add this particular concern? I'm not saying that all the drugs out there is fake. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying this particular conversation, can you add it to the fact that recently, that pretty lady who writes the book, Chimamanda Adichie, lost her son.
Oh, wow.
All right, good. Just wanted to remind you because I'm off on a break, actually. Yeah. So if you add the complexities together, you're left with not too much, actually. We're off on a break. We'll be right back. Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
Did you know that micro, small, and medium enterprises account for 96% of Nigeria's businesses and contribute to about half of the country's GDP? They also provide around 84% of all employment in the country. Want to know more? Join us on Board Street Drive, our new business show, 2:30 p.m. Mondays on Nigeria Info 99.3 FM. Let's talk.
Wherever
Wherever the day takes you, the conversation goes with you.
And the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has arrested a former Ibejuleki councillor for drug trafficking.
Why are we bashing Daniel Bwala? He did well.
If a person supports this administration, there is really nothing wrong with it.
To tell you that shame need to catch us. Along that you dey give me money, whatever you think, concern me.
Every Nigerian politician, or let me say most of Nigerian politicians, are disgraceful.
Nigeria is importing crude. I don't know.
I'm not surprised because the oil in Nigeria have been sold by politicians.
Like I always tell anyone that cares to know that my greatest mistake in life is raising a family in Nigeria and on a enabling system.
Have we so mortgaged our crude that we have now no crude to supply to Dangote?
Here on 99.3 Nigeria Info, let's talk.
All the other aspects that's really featuring in this conversation. Telephone lines. I have a call on the telephone line. Welcome to Nigeria Info. You on the sunny side. My name is Joyce. I have company here. Tefez here, keeping me company on the show this afternoon. 27 minutes past 1 p.m. Caller, thank you for being here. Welcome. What's your name?
Good afternoon, Joyce. Francis. It's been a long while. Hello.
I'm with you, Francis. Please
Hello,
go
Joyce.
ahead.
Yeah. Joyce, on this issue of fake drugs, I'm really, really much concerned. And if I may ask, in all these things now, I was in one remote village yesterday after Sunday service. Then I discovered that I found a lot of errors happening in that environment. And I think our government need to do more. What about the local content? As in teaching the people about fake drugs in a local language, if I may say so. You understand? In a local language, so that the people will understand better. Because it's not everybody that understands English. It's not everybody. So there are ways government have to bring it down to the low level that everybody will understand the negative effect of bad drugs. You understand? And again, if I may ask, if the people really need something original, because in this country it seems like people really buy the idea of fake more than the original. Joyce, are you with me?
I'm trying to pick up what you're putting down. What do you mean Nigerians prefer the fake to the original? What sort of culture is that? No, what kind of opinion is that? I'm trying to... Yeah, how did you arrive there?
Yeah, Joyce, you look around and you see someone that is trying to tell you the truth. They don't believe the truth. They like those that spend their lives and say to them.
And that's okay. If a person is going to believe a lie and buy a fake stuff, it's okay. There's somebody who wants the truth. There are other people who want the truth.
Now, come to a local market here. Come to a local market. If you display original item in your shop, people don't like to patronize you. They go for the fake.
Is it because they hate the original or because they can't afford it? Because
the difference is not much there. I think the other time you talk about palm oil in your studio. You understand? We have original palm oil. We have those adulterated ones. But they prefer going for the adulterated one more than the original.
Yeah, is it? Wait, is it? This is a price factor, isn't it? Is it because of what they cannot afford? Because nobody sees the good and decides, no, I just prefer the bad one.
It's not the price. It's not the price. The price difference is not much. It's not much. Okay, Joyce. Take for instance.
Another question that I have is, are you aware that your product is the original and that product is substandard? Because nobody go open their eye like this. Or maybe we talk market talk. Nobody go open their eye. See your own
original. And the price is not much.
And the price is not much and decide to go for the fake. Except you have not marketed your product.
I also want to believe that he may have a point. I'm trying not to counter him through and through.
Okay, you know what's gonna happen? Kenny, I think Kenny is in the studio, right? Or Joy?
No, all the people I have here. There's no Kenny
I'm going to drop a message on WhatsApp. Then you take my number. Then I will detail you better so that you understand what I'm saying.
I mean, I could just ask the Nigerian public, I could just ask Lagos whether this idea of Nigerians preferring the fake
Yes, Nigerians prefer the fake to original. Even in our political circle, they prefer the fake from original.
Okay.
That's the truth.
Thank
That's
you.
The truth.
Thank you. Okay.
Except if it's
Is this an inferiority complex that we have? Like, at this point, this is utterly insane, and I don't want to totally say let it be dismissed, because maybe there is an element there that could be a little true. Lagos, we're live streaming on YouTube, Nigerian 4FM on YouTube. My name's Joyce. Welcome. You're on the sunny side. We're discussing fake drugs. Maybe it's not only the drugs that are fake. Maybe your mentality is fake too.
Hello?
Welcome. Tell us your name. You can go ahead.
My name is Guzi. I'm calling from Olodia Papa. Joyce, this is an interesting topic. Yeah. Hello?
I'm with you. If you can turn off your radio and then speak up. We're with you. We're all with
Can
you.
you
Go
hear
ahead,
me now?
please.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I
Can
can.
you
Please
hear
go
me
ahead.
now? Yeah. So I say this is an interesting topic. So to me, the major problem here is identification one, and also the purchasing power. That is where poverty comes into play. Then the problem of identification to me is boils down to government. Hello?
My brother, I'm here. We're all
Hello?
with you. Please go ahead. Please.
Yeah. Hello?
We're here. We're with you. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. I said the problem of identification to me, it boils down to the failure of government, the agencies of government that are responsible for regulation of this, let's say standards, to maintain standards. Because, like you said, majority of the drugs are imported. So I believe it passes through the ports or airports. So there are agencies that are responsible that should clamp down on these fake importers. But the Nigerian factor, to me, that's the major problem. Then, like the other man noted, people buy fake. To me, it's not because they like to buy fake. Sometimes it's because of the purchasing power is not there. So understand. And again, it comes to the problem of trust, lack of trust. Because how are you sure that the person telling you that this original is honest? That's the point. So it is a systemic problem. The government has the larger chunk of the blame. That's to me. They need to buckle up. But this life and death situation here.
Thank you.
Really,
Yeah,
really,
you're so right.
really
Thank you.
disappointing.
I was trying to verbalize a thought. You know the thing where you do something for so long and then it becomes a pattern. So the earlier caller that was saying that Nigerians prefer the fake, I think maybe it's the language that I'm looking for. There could be an element of truth in that statement. That choice is informed by purchasing power, for sure. That choice is informed by purchasing power. But I think now what is now making this seem as though it's a pattern, a social or cultural pattern, is you've been poor for so long that you have now built a habit that it has become reflex to you. Like you go somewhere, they say this is 5 naira, this is 7 naira. You say, give me 5 naira.
You're
Without
not even
necessarily
asking
prying into why is this 7 naira, why is this 5 naira.
And Joy, something is coming to my mind. The fact that over time, there's been no much difference between the original and the fake. So they are just like, so what's the difference then? If I buy the original and the fake
seems
is
to be
doing the same
substandard
thing
too
as the original,
Yeah.
so what's the point in
Now
getting
you
the
see
original?
that man may not altogether be
Yeah,
wrong.
I agreed with him
Okay.
actually from the beginning. I just had a problem with the fact that he felt like some people do have the money.
He
but
said
they do not want
everybody
to
in
go for it.
Nigeria.
Yeah, so I think it was the language we were looking for.
Yeah.
All right, WhatsApp
Yeah.
caller, you're on Nigeria info, you're on the sunny side. Welcome, my name's Joyce. What's yours?
My name is Chris. Joyce, thank you very much. Please give me an extended time. Let me explain to you the dynamics between imported fake drugs and original ones.
Did you tell us your
Number one,
name, please?
My name is Chris.
Thank you, Chris. Please go ahead.
So number one, do you know that it is the people that import the original drugs are the ones that import the fake drugs? Mark that as fact number one. There are licenses to import drugs or any product, franchise. Now, let me share with you. Last year, we had an event for my mom, and I went to Alaba to trade fair to buy drinks. Joyce, do you know that I got to the shop where I wanted to buy Red Label, and they gave me 2 brands by the same importer. and he told me this one is XYZ amount, this other one is a lower amount. Joyce, go online and check the manufacturers of red label, how much they sell it. Nigerians cannot afford to buy one red label for $85. But do you know that Nigerians have red label that they sell for 20,000 naira? Is it not fake? The original manufacturers have it pegged at $79.99, and you are buying it in Nigeria at 20,000 naira. Does it make sense? It doesn't make sense. Now let me show you the dynamics. The importer gets the license. The importer gets the license to import the original drugs, the original products from the original company. And what did they do? They import 10 containers of the original one and import 20 containers of the fake one because they have the license to import it in Nigeria. You see, all those drugs that are imported, the people in the industry, from NAFDAC to the person selling it at Idumota, they know who imports it. And if you import any drug, if, for instance, I'm importing Panadol and any other person imports Panadol, Joyce, I'll get that person arrested. I will get that person arrested. So it is the people that import those drugs, original ones, because they know we don't have that purchasing power to buy it at the original price, are the ones that are still importing, and they put them pari passu in the market.
Let me ask you. I love this. I'm glad this conversation has really just exploded. Is it possible that the people who bring in the original are also creating a counterfeit?
Yes, of course, 100%. Joyce, let me explain to you. If, for instance, Nigeria Info, there's a fake Nigeria Info app somewhere. If Nigeria Info wants to bring it down, they'll bring it down. But if they want it to run pari passu, they want it to run, because they have the exclusive right to import it in Nigeria. So don't be deceived. Cancer drugs is not cheap. But the importers, okay, Joyce, do you know that they import fake toothpick? Do you know they import fake handkerchief? The people that have that importation rights, no two people have the right to import. They trademark it. There's no registered trademark. Except you're importing them. Do you know that NASA Gillette razor blade have a fake one?
Oh yeah, that's even old news. I think I saw that thing like years ago.
The same people that are importing the original are the ones that have the license, the sole authority. You know, now let me show you what they will do. After they import it, they now go to the market or go to the press and go and do market storm, and they show the people that the original owners that, oh, a fake product has infiltrated our market, so we've not been able to sell the original one, and they'll give them waiver or extended time to pay. While they are the ones that went to China and give them the original one, and China will duplicate it for you, and then they bring it to you. So that is just the thing. The problem is government control. Simple QED. Give agencies power to be able to regulate these things. Do you know, Joyce? Okay, let me round up with this, Joyce. If you import 10 containers of red label, for instance, I'm using the drink. In Nigeria, it will take the importer 10 months to sell those 10 containers. But if you import fake 20 containers of fake red label, he will sell it in 2 months. So which one do you want him to do? Turn around. Which one do you want him to import? Thank you.
In short, these manufacturers know that everybody cannot afford the original ones. So then they make a fake one. So those people that cannot afford the original can afford the fake. And the hard part is that hospitals have these fake drugs. Hospitals administer these fake drugs. Government hospitals, they give these fake drugs. They have it. So when NAFDAC is closing people up, and do they close them up forever?
Welcome to the sunny side.
It's just for now, and it continues like that.
We're 99.3. This is Nigeria Info telephone lines. What? So suddenly, it's not even just one kind of problem. It's a complex kind of problem.
Yeah, it's a complex one.
Welcome to the sunny side. We're Nigeria Info. How are you?
Good afternoon.
Tell us your name. Go ahead.
Good afternoon. My name is Emeka. I'm calling from Counterfeit. I want to do a small example. You see, I believe what that man said is true. You see, when you go to, I know that you have a car. When you want to service your car, maybe use 5 liter. If you go to one refill station, they will bring, say this one is 001. That 001 is 83,000. They will still bring another one, 002. That 002, they will sell it 60,000. They will still bring the same 5 liter to reach 25,000 naira. You see, they will bring this one 25 and the same 5 liter. The same 5 liter, they say 83,000. They will still bring the one where you go buy the
I'm
same
sorry,
5
5 liters
and
of what, please? I'm sorry.
Hello?
5 liters of what? I'm trying to follow your story.
Of oil to service cars.
Engine oil. Oh, sure. Please go ahead.
I do the motor pass. And that's why I like to go to my own side to clear people eye. So when you go to buy oil in that most of all those shops, they will tell you that this one is number 1, this one is number 2, this one is number 3. And if you go and buy number 1, if you go and buy up to number 4 says, if you go and buy number 1 of 5 liter, 83,000. If you put up for your shop 1 year, you never sell them. But mechanic will tell people that the price of 5 liter is something thousand. They will come and buy the fakest one and to go and put for your motor and to find any container to give you. So from Nigeria, they like that fake. That is why is moving market. Original one never move market unless you only go market to buy it by yourself.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Joyce, I was going to ask.
So it would appear as though that the system is dictating the outcome, and the people are the pawn in the game created by the system. No, you are doing this is ugly. So somehow we have created a system.
Yeah.
We allowed factors to create a system. Now the system is creating our lives. So we are in a system created by maybe our indifference, our corruption, our greed, whatever, only to now become victims of the system that we have created.
Exactly what is happening.
Does it have to do with brand?
Hold on, telephone lines. Wait, because I'm loving the gist. So this last caller is saying that you put the original engine oil in the car on your shelf, and 1 year you haven't sold it, but you sell the other grades that are lower, and people are buying those.
And because
it's cheaper.
It's cheaper.
And
it's just like all these designer shoes, for example.
Bags.
Let's say, okay, maybe this is I don't want to mention brands and all of that, but maybe this is a designer shoe, and it's a Snickers, for example, because a lot of people wear that. And then you see, oh, this is it. You see, the Aba one, they will misspell the name for you. You will see it. You see people buy it. That's one grade. There's another grade that maybe that the Aba own is like 10K. There's another grade that is like 25K. There's another one that is like 50K. And then there's another one that's maybe 120. Maybe let's say maybe the original at the end of the day is like 250, 300K. But that's how people. So people say,
it's graded.
It's not the original, but like this one looks a little pricey.
And that's the thing with gold too. I was going to ask, like,
it's not the original, but it looks a little pricey.
Because when you go to a pharmacy,
know the original,
they'll be like, this brand is this amount, this brand is this amount. So is it that there are some brands, the brands that are cheaper, is it that those brands are actually fake drugs? Because that's what they tell you. This brand is 5K. It's same drug, but this brand is also 1,000 naira.
The government has to educate the public. Because I think it is just tragic that the government leaves the Nigerian public to figure this out themselves, and maybe that's exactly what's creating all these loopholes, this grading of fakes. So you have grade 1, you have original, then you have grade 1, the first fake, second fake, third grade fake, fourth grade, fifth grade fake.
So anyone that your money can get you
buy, please.
Welcome to Nigeria. Welcome to This is about drugs. If this theory is anything to go by, Hail Mary. Nigeria Info, you're on the sunny side. Good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for calling. Tell us your name.
Yeah, good afternoon, Joyce. Can you hear me?
I can. I'm with you. Please go ahead.
Okay, yeah, good afternoon. I'm Tilly. I'm calling from Ikeja. So I don't know if you remember in 2024 when the Senate were proposing a death sentence for what's it called, drug traffickers, and then people were
drug counterfeiters. Yes.
Yeah. Do you remember, like, when you brought the topic on this station, or other station while listening, a lot of Nigerians were calling and they were condemning them that, oh, is that the problem of Nigeria, that they should focus on other things. And here we today, then we are still talking about these fake drug manufacturers. So you see that Nigerians are really the problem of themselves, because all the people importing these fake drugs, are they not Nigerians? So if people are telling me that the reason why people are buying, I don't think anybody goes to the market and say, I want to buy fake because it's cheap. That's not true. That is not true. Nobody places drugs on the counter and say this is fake and this is. People just buy what they see. That's what happens. They buy what they see. Not that you label anyone fake, and then, because we will go to the market to say, I want to. Even if you say they buy fake more than the original, you put the price tag to it and say, okay, the fake is more expensive than the original. And what's the price difference? So I don't know. Nigerians are just the problem, and I feel like those people who are caught for doing these things, they should be sentenced to death once. They should not even serve any short term or prison notice. They should be killed, just like the way Donald and Kinley did the other time till they killed that woman. What was she doing? Fighting these people, and they did not allow arrest till they kill her. So I don't know how they will do it too, because it's a really, really big problem for us. It's a really, really big problem, and I don't think it will go anyway. It will go anytime soon. Yeah. So
I'm grateful you came by. Thank you so much for calling. I do appreciate. We even need to talk about fake products, because maybe that's even where the real soul of this conversation. Look at the telephone lines.
Yes, because I feel like
I'm sorry. Telephone lines. I beg.
Choice. Another angle where Nigeria gets substandard drug is via HMO.
Just a minute, I'll come back.
I've been visiting a specialist doctor. After consultation, my specialist gave me a potent medication I should use. On getting to my hospital pharmacy section, my prescription was sent to HMO for approval. I think that's a branch or something. But my approval took a lot of minutes, and I was given a less potent medication. I asked why I was given that against my specialist recommendation. The pharmacist told me that my HMO changed my prescription rather, I guess that's what I want to type, and approve a less potent drug. I called my HMO to ask if they have the power and right to change my doctor's prescription to a cheaper and less potent one. They could not give me an answer. So you see that this is like a HMO thing. Some of them, they'll be like, this is what we can afford, so give these people the less
based
one.
on your subscription. This is what you should.
Your doctor
be
has given you a subscription,
because usually you go, if you use your HMO, you go to the hospital. Usually they just take your name. Oh, this is it. This is the subscription that you have, and okay, this is the kind of drug that you should get for this kind of subscription, and that is it.
Continue.
Joyce, fake drugs try and enter the red buses that ply Ikorodu to CMS Soshodi. I see the rubbish people are selling to Nigerians. I challenged one
There are
about
people selling drugs on the buses.
Yeah, fake drugs. Yeah, I challenged one about how will a drug serve as antibiotics, blood booster, antifungal, all at the same time. Guess
One
what
drug
shocked me?
and like all these traditional.
Yeah, that's what they
ones,
do
like
on the bus. Yeah,
herbal
they tell you that
traditional
it does
one.
everything.
But this one may not have been traditional. Maybe this one was one English, but hustlers.
Maybe they already
and they'll tell you it's
packaged
1,000 naira. They'll tell you it does kidney, it does liver. I'm like, guy, people buy it. Seriously, people buy it. Yes. Guess what shocked me? People were against me, saying, "How do I want those guys to feed their family?" Joyce, we are finished as a country. Good afternoon,
People in the
Joyce.
bus said, "Why are you speaking against the guy? How do you expect him to feed his family?"
Yeah. It's like a miracle drug. It does everything, and then you buy it for 1,000 naira. How's that even possible? Like, good afternoon, Joyce. How was your weekend? Yes, I completely agree and stand with the last caller before you went on the news or break. That's how come every bad and negative development that happens elsewhere immediately affect us as Nigerians. Okay, about the first conversation. Should I go ahead?
If it's not, wait. No,
It's not about the drug.
If it's not about the drug, you can wait. What, COVID conspiracy? First of all, you should read about COVID. The updates are just going to break your spirit.
Joyce, I can bet you it's the price factor. Even if it's 10 naira difference, people will go for the fake and say, Shibi, it does the same work. And calculate where that 10 naira, what that 10 naira can buy.
Exactly.
It's the price factor and economic power. I'm trying to, okay, please try again. Hello, the problem is that the profit margin these importers add to the goods are way too high, like you said, Tife. For example, I bought a car part from China and the landing cost for the best quality was 1.1 million. But they are selling the substandard quality in Nigeria for 2.6 million. Good afternoon, Joyce.
Is that a car?
Mm-hmm.
He bought a car part
from China, and the landing cost for the best quality was 1.1 million.
And
they
in
are
Nigeria,
selling the substandard one for 2.6 million.
Yeah, I heard something recently about cars that, usually at that port, there's just a lot of money that they put. So people buy cars and they buy it at very outrageous prices.
Hear what this person is
so I
saying.
think this is a function of a system that permits exploitation, because if you buy a higher quality and you bring it here, landing cost for 1.1 million, and there is a substandard one here
2.6.
available that's here at 2.6, then I want to believe that the seller wants to sell. Now, they certainly may have also the margin may also be somewhat high, but I'm thinking that he has loaded on that product everything that he had to pay in the cause of trying to bring that product into the country. Because if a superior quality comes in at 1.1 and a fake quality is 2.6, my theory is right.
No, so it's the Nigerian thing.
This is
somebody called and said we're wicked to ourselves. It's just the truth. It's just something I heard recently about cars, that you'll be buying second-hand cars for more than 12 million, 30 million, thereabout, for the same product, and you see a brand new car being sold for and especially maybe all these Chinese guys, they know how to bring in things and then they bring in a new car that is 12 million.
Okay.
What do? Go for the substandard, the used one, or just bring the new one?
Okay.
Good afternoon, Lady J. Bless you. I can attribute to the fake drugs issues to failure of government's responsibilities to the people of Nigeria. In a civilized country, you hardly hear this persistent issues we have on our hands. But because we from time to time have a government that will rather promote corruption and celebrate mediocrity instead of protecting its citizens. Good afternoon, Joyce. Why can't the manufacturing company produce only the original so that anyone who wants to buy it should buy it?
Then if you can't afford it, it's a question of you can't afford it. And
they're not going to sell, so?
Yeah, but that would be ethical. So remember that the purpose here or the objective here is to make money.
Instead of killing people on daily basis. Godwin from Ikorodu. Hi, Joyce and the ladies in the studio. Can I shock you? When you go to Ladipo Market to buy spare parts, they will vividly tell you that the used one are much more expensive than the brand new. What does that tell you? Do not buy the cheapest brand in the pharmacy. Okay, this was about the brand question that I asked. Stability and potency over cannot be guaranteed. So when a brand is cheaper, he's saying
Stability
that
and potency?
Over.
Wait, sorry, could you read that again?
Okay, stability and potency over cannot be guaranteed.
I don't know. Anonymous, I'm sorry. It's
I
not
think
too clear.
maybe
to me.
stability over potency or something. I don't know. Cannot be guaranteed. I don't
All
know.
right, well, thank you so much. WhatsApp caller, hello, good afternoon to you. Just a minute. WhatsApp caller, thank you for your patience. I do appreciate Nigeria Info.
Hi, Joyce. This is Philip from California. Hear me?
Welcome, Phil.
Yeah, I think this is a very big problem. The truth we're talking about it. It goes a lot deeper. I know someone or the pharmaceutical rep, they probably want to give their family or family to us.
Phil, I'm sorry, you're breaking up. I do not hear you clearly. You have Phil, but you don't have internet.
Hear me now?
Hey, Phil, I'm sorry, your line keeps breaking up.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I appreciate your hanging up, and hopefully you call me back or WhatsApp.
I come from a family of doctors, and I remember when my dad was active, he was always sad because he knew the effect of these fake drugs. He doesn't trust anything private, so it's from him. I knew our government experience are still are still the best. Our government needs to step up. Fake drugs is like poison. Have you ever watched The Poison Squad? That's how much bad food can do to us. Now talk about bad drugs. That's poison. Will you put sand in your mouth and digest it? If you won't, then you see how bad putting rubbish can do to your organs.
Did he say that the government experience is better?
That's what he's saying.
All right.
I beg to differ.
We're going to go on a break. We'll be right back. We're back. Thank you. All right. So let's go to WhatsApp. WhatsApp is stacking up.
Hi, Joyce. So here's how I think it works. Put the people in an impoverished system. I guess awareness type.
Impoverished system.
Make sure they can't afford anything real. They eat fake food, take fake drugs to treat themselves. They stay in a fake system and in a published system where they can't afford anything real, and then they die months or year later. I just think it's a system to reduce population.
Another conspiracy theory. Thank you. Hold on a second. Telephone line, sir. You're on the sunny side. Welcome to Nigeria Info. We're discussing fake drugs, but every other fake thing is also a part of the conversation at this point. Welcome. Tell us your name. What's your name?
Hello, good afternoon.
Thank you. Tell us your name. Go ahead.
I'm Benison. I'm calling from Ikeja. You can hear me? Can you hear me?
I'm with you. Go ahead, please.
What then should we now say? That there is fake drugs everywhere in Nigeria. What then should we now say? The Nigeria government has no NDLEA. What then should we now say? What then should we now say? That there is no quality products in the markets. What?
Guy, you take the even. Okay, thank you. This your poetry is not going to fly. I could cut your airflow. What do you mean? What do we now say?
What do we then say? Not now, Joyce. What do we then say? Yeah.
Guy, please take me seriously, because this is a life and death situation. What do you mean? What then do we now say? You want to try poetry here today on Nigeria Info? Telephone lines or WhatsApp. Where are we going?
Yeah, so
WhatsApp.
This person says, Adegogo from Lekki. Greetings, Joyce. Transport fare is on the high side now, and our income has not increased. Tinubu and his cohorts don't have a clue what they are doing. What hurts me most is these people who still defend their gross failure. As for fake drugs, where I'm going, I think 90% of Nigerians have taken fake drugs at one point in their lives. My advice for everyone is to detox once a while and take stem cells products to stay alive and healthy, to avoid one strange ailment appearing from nowhere. God help us. So I checked detoxing, and it's the process of removing toxic or harmful substance from the body, either through natural bodily functions or via medical intervention for addictions. So it actually works.
I would advise you speak to your doctor. For some of you don't even know your left from your right. And it's okay because it's medicine, right? And you're not a doctor. And you're not supposed to know about how these things work, except you're curious enough, careful enough, and you read about it. Otherwise, I would suggest that you speak to your doctor as to the kind of detox you should do. I think it's a great idea, but my own issue is whether you're full aware as to the processes you have to go through in order to help you detox of any junk in your trunk. The sunny side. Good afternoon to you, Nigeria Info. Can you hear me? Tell me your name, please. Telephone lines. Oof. Good afternoon, Sunny Side. Welcome. Tell us your name. You have a minute and a half. You go ahead.
Joyce.
I'm with you. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Joyce. This is Henry. I'm calling you from Oshabi.
Great to have you, Henry.
Joyce, this matter is obviously for what you are discussing. This is not funny, guy. See, these fake things there, they will still have SON sticker on them. You will see them as Standard Organization of Nigeria, or you will see the sticker on them. And the people who work in those companies, in those echelon of power where they're supposed to put this thing into check, they will see it, they will not do anything. They will know precisely that this is... Hello?
I'm here. 30 seconds.
Yeah, so they will know that these things are substandard, and they're not going to check it. You cannot go to that people and say you want to buy spare part and tell you go and buy a new one. It's better you buy the one they remove from one vehicle that is foreign use. That is one with the one we trusted. So this is a matter of finances is part of it, and compromisation is also part of it. Go for your break. I'll call back.
I appreciate your understanding. Lagos, it's 99.3. We're Nigeria Info. It's about 2 p.m. Well, we have to go for the break to bring to you the headline news on the sunny side. My name's Joyce. I'll see you on the other side.
It's all about the discussions that moves you.
Why have we gradually gotten to a point where we have allowed for the begging culture to be embedded in our system?
They are hungry. That is the truth, and that is the fact.
This is according to science. They say that they are now capable of creating memories of events that never occurred, influencing behavior and belief.
The evolution of human being, according to science, started in Africa.
Whatever their power is, whatever they think they are not more than God. God will revenge for Nigeria.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
It's 2 o'clock.
The headline news on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
President Bola Tinubu pledges stronger action on insecurity, seeks foreign support. Former Kano State Governor Rabiu Kwankwaso hosts Obi Makinde Dixon sparks 2027 alliance talks, while analyst says Southern Northern ticket could boost opposition's 2027 chances. Armed bandits abduct 8 church members in Omugo, Ifelodun local government area of Kwara State. 3 escape, authorities launch manhunt. IGP Disu denies disbanding tactical units, sets new limits. Lagos police warn task force may be disbanded over misconduct. Civil society raises alarm over declining policing standards in Lagos, while police say no rape reported in Ozora incident, confirms 16 arrests. ADC criticizes Tinubu's UK port deal, cites debt concerns. APC defends Tinubu's UK visit, highlights economic gains. PDP says March 29th convention will strengthen party ahead of 2027, while Bala Mohammed denies defection rumors, reaffirms PDP loyalty. Ex-acting accountant general Chukwunyere Nwaboko gets 72-year jail term over 868 million naira fraud case. Tajuddin Barua takes over NURTW Secretariat, ousts MC Oluomo after court rulings. Fuel prices may rise as marketers cite high landing costs. Police probe anti-Semitic attack after ambulances burned in London. Iranian strikes hit Gulf states, raise fears over regional stability. Air Canada plane damaged after collision at LaGuardia Airport, and Trump announces temporary halt to U.S. strikes on Iran amid ongoing talks. And that's all for now. I am Yvonne Ohaifo, and this is 99.3 Nigeria Info. Good afternoon to you, Lagos, and thank you for your time.
It's okay. That is okay. It's okay. Let me explain. No, it's okay. Let me explain. It's okay. It's okay. She. Off your mic.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info, your mic is always on. Let's talk.
We're back. 99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. Welcome. My name's Joyce. It's 3 minutes past 2 p.m. I'm headed to the telephone lines right now. Welcome. We're discussing fake drugs, and it's interesting that every other aspect of our fake economy is now a feature in our conversation. Good afternoon to you. Welcome.
Hello.
Speak up for me. You tell me your name. You can go ahead. I'm going to assume you're not there. You may be there, but it's not obvious that you are. Please speak up for me. I'll appreciate that. I want to read a message off of YouTube. He says, I recently purchased a new screen for my Samsung phone. The seller told me he has 2 types, fake and original. The price for the fake is 45,000 and the original is 120,000 naira. I purchased the fake screen. So there's something else I think I have noticed in this conversation this afternoon. There is a situation in our economy that inflates price. And I can see how that has a ripple effect to the value that the end user has to pay. And I think we need to talk about that. I think, interestingly, Tife must have mentioned, I thought you mentioned it at the beginning of our conversation this afternoon. I'm not sure if you did. I think you did.
Yes, I mentioned it.
Where something like, I'm not sure how you said it, but I thought I heard it today from you.
Yes, I said it. I said that the fact that, a lot...
People who now have the original ones.
What did you say?
I said people who
you
now
forgot
have the
what
original
you said, but I thought you
ones
mentioned something about like these exaggerated pricing.
Yeah, because they know you trust
because
them.
So there are brands that obviously they know that these things, there are fake out there, a lot of fake, and when it comes
substandard
or
so
substandard,
what do we even need to establish? or are we putting them in the same category?
No, there is a fake
Is
and there's a substandard.
Yeah, so it's like I think there's a fake.
So
and
there
then
are
there
grades
is a
to it.
substandard.
Yes, there are grades to it. There is fake, there is substandard, and then there is the original. So they know that there are lots of substandards and fakes out there. So they've branded themselves as a brand
That does
where
own the
you
original.
reputable brand.
a reputable
that people
brand
will
that
expect
people
to sell the best product.
that people trust, that the people know that, oh, these people, they sell the best product, they sell original product. So because of that, because they know that people now trust them so much that they will get the best product from them, they not inflate their prices.
The halo effect, where you assign worth or value to a person based off of the image they have created.
Exactly.
There's a halo effect. Okay. So I think that there's also a part of this conversation that revealed, or I think maybe I'm the one who's picking it up, is that for example, the writer who said he bought a car spare part and the landing cost was 1.1 million and his substandard already in Nigeria was 2.6. I feel like the result of that product being 2.6 is a factor, or it's a function of an economic system that's exploiting the people.
Exactly.
I want to believe so.
Absolutely.
Because
Absolutely.
imagine if he imported one part and it landed at 1.1 million. How much will it cost him to import that many parts and pay what was fair price? It would mean, if we go by the math, if he was bringing more of those parts, economics of scale would suggest that you would pay less because you're buying more. I don't know if my theory is theorizing. Okay, so let's go back to the telephone line, 0201-2770-993, 0201-465-7190, and on WhatsApp, 08095-9758. 05. Welcome to the sunny side. Fake drugs. It is utterly terrifying when you think about the medical system as just one aspect of our collective lives. You think about the availability of doctors, the availability of specialized doctors who have specialized, or specialized doctors. Then you think about the system that these doctors have to work in that allow for them to be properly optimized, utilized, and be of the best service to the average Nigerian. And then you now add substandard drugs, substandard goods, substandard. So, I mean, look at Chimamanda Adichie. Chimamanda Adichie, it would appear to me that she can afford, as far as Nigeria is concerned, about the best health care possible. Yet she lost her son. We watched, in a sense, televised, if I can put it that way, the accident of the Nigerian boxer, Anthony Joshua,
and his friends.
And you can see how that played out. You can see how that happened. And now that is someone of that economic or tax bracket in a system, and you can see how the system pretty much carried out a solution to that problem.
It's the system that is the problem.
So somebody, Hail Mary. This is Nigeria Info. Let's talk. Let's talk about, I mean, I know you want to survive. The question is, how?
How do you want to survive?
How? What's up, caller? You're on the sunny side, and thank you for being here. NAVDAC, I guess they're doing enough, except you want to disagree. Welcome to the show. What's your name? What's up, caller? I'm with you. If you can tell me your name, that would be great. To speak up for us, I would like to hear you. Are you there? WhatsApp caller, tell your girl I say hi, then put her aside and talk to me. Okay, I can't hear you. Hopefully you make it back. Thank you. Welcome to the show. How are you? Can you hear me?
I hear you. Good afternoon. I call back. My name is Emeka.
Thank you. Go ahead.
You see, something happened to my daughter. They write medicine for me. So when they write that medicine, and my brother is a doctor, and he know the medicine. So he tell me how the medicine will be. He give me the example from my language. So do you know that after I live in Eleko, they write that medicine from, you know that I find that medicine from Eleko to Ekpe, from Ekpe to Ajat. You know that I say that medicine? That time they used to say blood medicine. That time they used to say blood medicine 700, original one 800. That time, my daughter is almost 17 years now. When I see this medicine in loot side, you know how much I buy that medicine that time? I buy that bottle there my wife house now. I buy that smallest medicine, 60-something thousand naira. That smallest medicine, I buy 60-something thousand naira. They don't even agree to give me the account. If the person that sweep ground give me an account, my brother is in this thing where they sell parts. He give me some money. The one that Ibadan give me some money before I join the money buy the medicine. Do you know that for my face when I carry I come back for Akodo General Hospital, when the doctor see the medicine, the doctor stand up. The doctor stand up say, "Hey, give my thoughts I not get money. How I just buy this medicine? This medicine is so price." And when I bring the receipt, it's the same thing. The doctor take his hand to go and give that my boy that my pikin that medicine for mouth. When you give her like this, you don't even reach 10 seconds. He start to the work. Till today, that my boy they might get that this thing again, that sickness again. So there's a original medicine, but the problem is the money is too much. If person can say there's no original medicine in Nigeria, look at this Lagos. I make that and say a lot because the medicine they bet my brother, my sister, it's too expensive. I remember what happened to my daughter. I tell my daughter not to drink any hot water. He started drink any hot water. Do you know that is that remove small picking for body? Started removing body. I got the same medicine, the medicine again. Do you know that medicine I buy 1515, you know what? When I charge, I still go the same place. I buy that medicine 6,000 naira. My daughter don't even take that medicine more than 2 times. Everything just disappears. People the remaining oneself I drink. So there's a medicine that is too expensive.
Thank you. I mean, if you bought medication 55,000, so it doesn't expire, you just drink the rest.
What I'm saying is the fact that even if he keeps it, he doesn't know when exactly it's gonna get.
So you might as well just drink it, even though he's not here.
No, he should just skip it. But
Well,
then it
he
might
said he
have
didn't
expired.
throw
It might have expired at the
money,
time.
You want him to throw it away.
Might have expired at the time when
That's
he's
what
gonna need
tell
it.
you.
So he drank it.
He drank it.
Oh, I thought he said he
That's
drank
what
it.
he said. No.
He
drank the remaining one.
Yes,
so the
no.
money doesn't go to
No, the money will not go to waste now. In case the sickness is going to come to him in the future, he would have treated it already. Do you get it?
It's
WhatsApp
it's
callers.
not immunization.
You guys think this situation is funny? WhatsApp caller, Nigeria Info.
Hello,
How are you?
Yeah.
Tell me your name, please, and you can go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Chris. Yeah. So, first thing first, I think we are making a false comparison. I don't talking about drugs and Samsung and products. For example, if I go to the shop and decide that okay, I want a Samsung screen, which is fake, it's not really fake. They will tell you, for example, the fingerprint doesn't work. You're consciously knowing what you're buying because it's physical, you can see it. But for drugs, there's nothing that can be it's going into your body, and once you ingest it, there's no going back. So that false comparison is not something we should try. Product is product, drug is drug. And
So no, but
thing
you
I
know
want
that
to
people are
point out-
telling their story, and I don't want to dismiss
No,
their
I don't-
story. It's not necessary.
you're
It's not a
right.
comparison in any way because, of course, products you don't ingest, drugs you ingest. We're accommodating for
exactly,
people
but-
who may not have a drug experience but have a fake product purchase experience.
Agreed. I'm not saying they shouldn't voice it, but we should understand that one is really like there's no way back, and the other one, okay, is a product. you
I
can
think we
easily
know
just
that
change.
already. I'm
That's all.
surprised that you
So,
think we don't.
I'm not saying we don't know. I'm just trying to, moving forward now, some of those products that they put Standard Organization of Nigeria or they put some code or whatever, those people that counterfeit, they will still go and counterfeit it. No matter what label you put on it, what code you put on it, the danger, they will still counterfeit that same label. I mean, people in Nigeria, they will bring it in and still counterfeit the same thing you are thinking you are trying to put. They will still counterfeit it. The other day we saw, I was flying somewhere online. They were bottling, no, not even bottling. You know this TV screen, iSense. They were putting their stamp, everything on it. So for me, it's way gone. I think it's the mentality, the poverty mentality of what we have in Nigeria that's really eating deep into the system, that people will just take whatever they see and just buy it. So far, it doesn't work without understanding the negative effects of it in the long run. That's
Thank you.
it. Thank you.
Thank you. Caller, thank you so much for calling Nigeria Info. You on the sunny side. Good afternoon to you. Welcome. Tell us your name. You can go ahead.
Hello?
I'm with you. Good afternoon.
Good
Welcome.
afternoon,
Tell us your
Joyce.
name. You can go ahead.
Yeah, Malik speaking from Ikeja. Joyce, your network is terrible here in Ikeja, on the bridge, in the car. It's terrible. I can't even hear you. Jam with another station. But let me contribute to you now.
Please,
that
thank you.
tells
Go ahead.
That enough things, Ikeja, on the bridge.
I got that.
At Computer Village. Okay. That tells you that enough things in Nigeria are fake. Even the transmission from the NC, what is it called? They are fake. You can see what I'm complaining about. Before, with just a small wire on your radio station, you pick so many on your radio set. You pick so many stations on both your TV. But now it's difficult to tell you that even the SON too has a problem of original things in Nigeria, including your drugs. Common to honey, the honey you buy, some of them are fake. Some of them are fake, and NADAC officials are aware of this. SON officials are aware of this. If you go to buy your building materials, what you get, most of them are fake. From your iron rod to your cement, everything is just fake. They'll use one bag of cement and make 70 blocks for you. You have to collapse. Everything in Nigeria is fake. The government itself encourages fake to make fake money. Good afternoon.
The Sunny Side Nigeria Info WhatsApp caller. Thank you so much for being here. Tell us your name and you can go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon, Joyce. My name is Emeka. I'm calling from Scarborough in Ontario. All right. I will just try to encapsulate everything that I have to say. I could remember Aristotle Lumide once said something, and he said, when madness becomes normalized, everybody will become mad. It's not just about madness. In the case of Nigeria, it's about everything, starting with the system where corruption has been normalized, the quest for money has been normalized. I'm not trying to say it is wrong for us to have that quest for money, but in the case of Nigeria, it is greed as a people. Now, talking about the people being ill-informed, or should I say, less informed, is normalized. And the people don't care about being less informed. That is also normalized. Now, talking about the corrupt system, yes, we have the likes of Buba Marua doing a wonderful job at the head of NAFDAC. His counterparts, too, in other agencies like the Nigerian Customs, the NDLEA, these people, yes, they are trying with their policies and so on. But are they the ones at the borders, the airports, the seaports? The answer is no. There are people who work there. Now, these people, talking about the system, these are the problems we have. I once worked at a licensed, with a licensed agency, clearing agency, somewhere, some time ago, over 15 years ago, at the border in Steme. Could you believe that there was a time we cleared a set of goods that came into Nigeria that had the Made in Nigeria label on them? I saw like a cable, Made in Nigerian cable, coming into Nigeria. Toothpaste, probably I would say the name, Closer, coming into Nigeria, having the tag Made in Nigeria. Somebody cleared it. Somebody signed it. Somebody waived it. The importer did not just bring it into the country. The soap, Crusader soap, made in Nigeria, coming into Nigeria from China. So when you say the quest for money, people could go any length. And these people are not just doing it because it's not easy. For them to do it, someone is giving them the go-ahead. And the people not being informed is also a big problem. So the thing is, it goes beyond just the fact that we have these products in the market circulating everywhere. The thing is, everybody is not giving any concern. Those who were supposed to be checkmating these things, if they are serious with their jobs, then the importer will not do it. The importer is doing it because it is selling, it is flying. I can remember then the customs, they would, everything will go through. Then maybe one fateful day, they might just decide to see some few things. And the next thing you see is, the NTA. Yes, they will be there to record what they are doing. And they say the Nigerian customs are working. Barbadash, that thing is once in a while. You see that in the news once in 5 months. What has been happening in between the 5 months? Things are flying on a daily basis. So everything is just like, I don't know if I should say the whole system has to be revamped, but who will revamp it? Who will? Is it those who are making millions out of this that will stop themselves from making the millions? It's not possible. Nigeria was a country. That's all I can say, and it's a shame. It's a pity. I feel bitter saying this, starting from the people to the government, because those in the government are also from the people. The system has failed. I don't
But the
see
people
it going
should not
back.
fail. Like, that's even the purpose of these kinds of conversation, is that even if a system fails, there are people who should be a part of the system to change the system. It is when the people fail that the system succeeds. If the people don't fail, you can change something. I mean, you can have a problem, you don't like it, you change it.
How do the people do that when they are less informed? Education is it's not nothing to be written about. So when the people are not informed, they don't even know they are not informed, and they don't care. It's tiring. Thank you, Joyce. Thank you.
Thank you, really.
We
I do
just
appreciate
have
you
to keep
calling in.
talking. We have to keep talking. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for calling me. I thoroughly do appreciate. Nigeria Info, you on the sunny side. My name is Joyce. What's your name?
Hi, Lady J. Good afternoon.
Thank you for being here. Welcome. What's your name?
I'm Mrs. Oboli. First off, Lady J, I kind of disagree with the social construct that because the people want cheap articles, so without resort to substandard drugs. I don't think that's the issue. Because for me, must getting original drugs or original commodity cost an arm and a leg in this country. The people, should we then resign to faith because we have these problems? It's a people problem, and the people will also be the ones to fix it. On this discourse this afternoon, thanks for balancing the discourse by citing exploitation, exorbitant pricing, as against substandardization. I beg to differ when people say because we've seen the fake, we now cannot afford the original. Why should we even have the fake in the first place? That's the question. If you want to give me something that is original, must you give me and take my head because you are giving me something that is original? So as a mother, I go out to buy drugs for my child now, knowing fully well that I want the best for my child. You know, when you want to buy Ampiclos, and then you see the branded one, and then you see the unbranded one, and you say, because you want to get the branded one for your neonates, you go and buy. And at the end of the day, the same branded one that is more expensive or that is the most expensive ends up causing harm to your child. Is it because I want to go and buy the fake one? No. I didn't set out to go and buy the unbranded one. I wanted to buy the branded one, which is the Bicham product. At the end of the day, 4 kinds of drugs, the same different prices, different odor, and here I am 15 years down the line having a particular problem. So it's not about purchasing power alone. It's about you going there and whatever it must give, scrap everything that has to do with fake drugs, basically, fake commodities in our society. I would not set out as a mother to say I want to have my neonates. No. I saw the unbranded ones. I started to go for the branded ones. And here I am with a lifelong problem 15 years down the lane. So when you say, or when people say that social construct, that it is because people would prefer to buy the fake ones, I beg to differ, Lady J. Nobody, no average Nigerian in his or her right thinking senses will go out and say my aim and objective is to go and buy something substandard to administer to myself and my family or to use. If you must sell something for me, whether NAFDAC is aware, whether they are not aware, it is time for them to come and stop handling these things with kids glow, because it's about people's lives here. You don't toy with people's lives and politicize it or price it and say because you want to make profit. You are toying with the health and humanity of society. And so if I am a victim of circumstances, how do you balance that equation? How do you balance it? It's not my fault that I got to buy the best one. At the end of the day, I end up with something that is quack or that is substandard. So no average Nigerian in his right thinking senses will go out and go and buy something because people are out there. They want to exploit you. They want to just cause mayhem and unleash their rubbish terror on you, basically. So, Lady J, it's a people problem, and the people will continually fix this problem.
I do appreciate your commentary. Thank you. It's about almost 2:30. I think I have about 3 more minutes. I want to ask you now, what do you think the concerns are? I mean, I like the fact that you highlighted one very interesting concern, which is the fact that how can the Nigerian tell? Does that still leave you in the same place after this much conversation? Do you think you're still in the same spot? Like, you can't tell, so the government has to do something about something.
At the end of the day, right, I'm going to have to support the last caller that said there shouldn't be fake to start
like
with.
Fake options.
There shouldn't be fake options or inferior options. But then if you're going to be in a system like Nigeria where a lot of people do not have the purchasing power, what then would the people do? And that brings us back to the government. We're cycling back to the government. What are you doing to make sure that things are
This
affordable
original
for
ones are
people?
affordable for people to get.
As she said, people don't have to cut off their heads to get a product. But if people have to cut off their heads to get a product, then what exactly are you doing? If I have to pay so much to get something that is original for myself, a lot of people would rather not, they would not want to sit down and do nothing. They would at least want to try something in the hopes. Now, somebody called earlier and said a lot of people live by faith in Nigeria, and that's the truth. Because they get things in the hope that as long as I am at least using something, I'm using prayer to back it up, it's going to work at the end of the day.
The placebo effect. Oof. All right. Oh boy, everything is ringing in the studio. WhatsApp or telephone lines? Where do we go?
Joyce, go to Alaba Market and see fake products, especially electronic. You will put on a television and what will display is Samsung instead of Samsung. Nigeria is full of people with no conscience. Sam from Yabatek. Hi Joyce, I once encountered counterfeit drugs and it wasn't funny at all. When I had a major surgery a year ago, after I exhausted the drug given to me at the hospital, then I needed paracetamol. I asked my husband to buy one for me, which happens to be fake paracetamol. And everything was collected. Oh my God.
And everything was collected. Is that what she said?
Yes.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Joyce. I bought my Toyota Tundra in 2015. I started servicing it with Mobile One from Mobile Station, and the price went as high as 83k. And I saw another Mobile One at supermarket for 35k, and it was imported. Even looking at it, I switched to it, believing it came from abroad. Did you know my engine started overheating, and the engine eventually knocked? It's true, because a lot of people now trust any product you see out of Nigeria. That's what you want to buy, because you feel like anyone made in Nigeria is fake.
but that was not necessarily what primarily informed his decision.
It was
the
the
economic implications was what informed the decision.
So if this can be 83,000 naira and this can be 25,000 naira and this was even imported, then it means that it should work better for my car.
That's the point.
So this is where the government
to
has
say
to
it
balance.
works because it's imported. Because if you see a Nigerian product that is lesser than, you feel like it's fake. But now because it's imported, he thought, and now
maybe
it's
that
going to be real.
importation sticker is also made in Nigeria.
Bam. Just like the caller said. The last caller
What
said.
sort of stress is this? This is crazy.
Good afternoon,
it's the system.
Sunnyside.
It's
It's
the government
system.
that
Like
needs
this
to
is the system.
drive. That was why I was angry at NAFDAC. That why do we need this info if you cannot tell us the things that we should look into? So you're telling us like this. Okay, oh yeah, you've told us. So yeah, what
This
should we
one
do?
says fake drugs is legalized in Nigeria. That's the sad
should we do?
truth.
Oh, this is
The
crazy.
doctor knows the difference and advise patients on what to choose. The pharmacy also advise patients on what to choose, but most Nigerians go for the affordable ones. But it's quite sad that the average Nigerian can't afford the real drugs. It's quite like everybody knows about it.
Advising is different from saying that this is it.
I want to thank you for your company. And I like all the places this conversation has touched us and all the places this conversation has taken us. But interestingly, the sun has set and my work is done. We will look at inferior and substandard products in Nigeria at a later time, probably next Tuesday or Monday on the show. Thank you. My name's Joyce. I'll see you tomorrow when the sun rises. God bless you. Stay on the sunny side.
Gives you great talk every day.
Once you have money to have influence and power, you can rule in Nigeria. The Supreme Court said that one old man came to testify.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.